Jaden Springer.
What's up?
Thank you so much for sitting down. We're here at Summer League. It is your third Summer League, correct?
Third one, yes.
And this morning coming out of the gym, we sort of argued about what made you a veteran of this team because you're still younger than some of your teammates, but you have the most Sixers experience on this roster. Do we agree about that?
That is true, yeah.
Okay,
sure.
So what does it feel like to be in the experience that you've had and to still be young, but to be a veteran and a leader on this Summer League team?
It's kind of weird to hear myself be called like a vet or something like that. 'Cause I used to be around the guys so much. But being here and being one of the oldest guys here or the most experienced guys here has been pretty good. Definitely different adjusting, having guys that's new. And I'm got to be the one to kind of lead a little bit and show the guys coming in. So it's fun.
Yeah, what's that like when they come to ask you questions? How does it feel to be the one that's providing the answers instead of asking the questions?
I mean, it's cool. It's definitely cool to me. It's definitely different, though. Because I'm so used to being the youngest guy, being the new guy and stuff like that. So it's actually fun, though.
You have North Carolina connections with a couple of our newest players on this team, right?
Yep.
Turquavion, Ricky, you guys are all from North Carolina.
For sure.
How have you bonded, and what was it like playing against those guys growing up?
It's been cool. I didn't get to really play against them too much, but you always heard of them. Like, I'm pretty sure they heard of me. I heard of them, like stuff like that. We got mutual friends that we all talk about. So we all kind of know the same people and stuff like that. So being able to chop it up with them has been pretty cool.
Have you made any connections with PJ about North Carolina?
For sure, PJ. And we had Trez too. So all of us was from North Carolina, and we was talking about whose city's better and stuff like that, little things, but nothing too crazy.
What's the verdict? What's the best North Carolina city?
Charlotte, for sure. They
Charlotte's
wouldn't
nice.
agree. They're not gonna agree with that, but I say Charlotte.
What do they all say?
Where they from? Raleigh.
Okay, fair.
Raleigh.
I was in Durham for college. I love
Okay.
Durham. But I love Chapel Hill too. And people will get mad at me for that, but like Raleigh, Durham, and Chapel Hill are all great.
Yeah, that's all like kind of same area.
True. But to them, it's different.
Yeah, for
you know what I
sure.
mean? Yeah. We talked about being a vet, right? You're a young player on the Sixers. This is going to be year 3.
Yeah.
You've been the youngest thus far. Tyrese talks about being the youngest in a lot of situations he's been in. So before we started recording, we were talking a little bit about what it's been like to grow with him. Can you tell us what it's like to sort of be his teammate and be young together but looking up to him?
It's been pretty cool, just watching him, how he handles everything, He's always got a positive attitude, even when things might not be going the best, like during the game or anything, but he always smiling. I think we all can see that he always in a good mood. So be able to watch him like through adversity and stuff and what everything like he facing anything, like he just smiling, he's going at it, and he's giving 100% energy every time. So and things seem to work out his way every time. So
I want to ask you about Joel as well, observing the way that he played this season. He and Tyrese are sort of personality-wise, they're very different, but
sure.
they've both been really successful. They've bonded quite a bit. You got to watch Joel in his MVP season. A lot of players never get a chance to be teammates with an MVP in their active MVP year. What was that experience like? What are you going to remember about it?
It was great. Just being able to see how he prepare every day and step on the court. Like every time he step on the court, he's getting the job done. He handles his business day in and day out through an 82-game season. So being able to have the consistency to go out there and do that, a lot of people don't have that. So I feel like that's what separated him and like what made him the MVP, being able to go out there every single night and kill and compete. So
you and Joel are obviously very different types of players, right? But if you could take one piece of Joel's game and add it to yours, what would it be?
Everything. He's smooth with the face up. If I get that face up, that nice little touch in the mid range, I can take that.
Has he tried to teach you anything? Like, are you able to ask him about this stuff?
Nah, but we play one-on-one a couple times here and there. I'll just see like he love to draw them fouls and stuff like that, so I can pick up on that from him.
Playing one-on-one with Joel Embiid, for people that'll never get to do that, which is the vast majority of the population, what is it like?
I mean, it's fun, It's tough when he's 7 foot and he try to get to the basket. That's a little tough. But other than that, it's pretty good.
Who else do you play one-on-one with most often on this roster?
So we don't play one-on-one too often, but when we do, it'll probably be me, P. Reed. I remember last year Tuck jumped in with us, and then Joe. That was pretty cool.
So you're always playing against bigger guys.
Yeah, for sure.
What's that like?
It's cool. I mean, the NBA, everybody's pretty tall, so you just got to be able to adjust. You know what I mean?
If you could take something from Tyrese's game, who's more of like similar size-wise, also a guard, what would you take from him?
The way he attacks, his energy. So I feel like that's been pretty big for him in transition, getting it downhill, getting to his floaters, and just using his speed to his advantage. That's pretty big.
New head coach this year for all of you guys. And it's interesting, you're actually sort of getting the first reps being coached by Nick Nurse.
Yep.
Those guys that we're talking about on the roster for the Sixers haven't had that experience yet. What's
sure.
it been like? You're around a week in now with
Yep.
a new coach. What has it felt like?
It's been great, the whole staff, it's a great staff. The energy's there every single day. Everybody's locked in and learning the details and everything. So, you can just learn. You can tell you can learn and get better in this environment. So it's been great.
When you think about training camp to come with this team, what's it going to be like to get together and understanding that you might play a bigger role yourself this year? When you think ahead to joining training camp in September, what are you most looking forward to about bringing yourself, your skill set, the staff, their skill set, and the guys that you remember playing with from the last couple of years?
I'm actually pretty excited seeing how this is going. I'm excited to see how everybody blend together, the energy and just the competitiveness. I can't wait to see how that is, especially with the staff we have now. So I just want to see how everybody interacts and how it goes. So that's going to be exciting to see.
2 full seasons under your belt. Do you have favorite NBA cities, like favorite cities to play in or favorite cities to explore, hotels, restaurants? Where do you look forward to going on the circuit?
Let me think. I don't know. Anywhere with warm weather. Warm weather is always great. Going to Florida, Orlando, Miami. California, those cities. Also like Toronto, going out to Canada. It's like a different vibe a little bit, and then going back home to Charlotte. Can't go wrong with that.
Do you have lots of fans come and sit and cheer for you when you're in Charlotte?
Oh, for sure. My mom gonna make sure everybody pull up.
How many? So how big is the section and who's in it?
It could be anybody. I could have aunts, uncles, friends, close friends to them, some of the homies. Anybody could be out there. You never know.
So you've been back in Charlotte training between when the season ended and coming out here to Summer League. We saw a viral video of you making 100 out of 121 threes. How let's say, how normal is that for you? What does your regimen look like, and how frequently are you making threes at that rate?
Pretty often though, but all season that's definitely been the main focus is shooting the ball. That's pretty much it. That's all I've been working on, my handling, just trying to sharpen up my whole game. Been in the weight room working on my explosiveness and speed and stuff like that. So just trying to take my overall game to another level.
That clip went pretty viral though. Were you paying attention? How online are you? Do you pay attention when that stuff happens?
I be online, but I don't use Twitter. So I feel like everything's on Twitter, so I don't really be seeing nothing like that. So I don't know. I be on Instagram though.
That's your favorite? That's your app of choice?
Yeah.
When you communicate with people, is it text? Is it FaceTime? Is it DM? How do you communicate with people you actually know?
Let me think. I don't know. Sometimes I be going ghost on people sometimes. I got to stop that.
You do?
I do. I got to stop that. But I say text the most. DM sometimes. It just depends on the mood I'm in. Some days I don't feel like talking. I be hanging out with my dog. Sometimes I just be chilling. So
yeah, wait. Tell me about you have one dog or you have multiple dogs?
I have 3 dogs.
Okay. Introduce the fan base to your dogs. Tell us about them.
All right. So I got 3 French bulldogs. I got 2 girls. One name is 11. One name is Chrome. Now I have a boy, and his name is Hero.
Tell us where the names come from. I have theories, but I want to hear it from you.
So 11 is my name. 11 is my number, so she got that name. And then I got Chrome, and then her color is like a chrome color, so that's what I went with that. And then Hero, I don't know. I just wanted a boy dog, name him Hero, so I don't know. It kind of fit.
Did you watch Stranger Things?
I did.
Because I was wondering if
people
11 was you or that 11.
No, people always ask that. I got 11 because that's just my number. That's always been my number.
Fair enough. What do you stream? What do you watch?
I watch everything. I watch everything. I don't know. Snowfall. I done seen Power. Ozark.
Ozark's kind of scary.
Ozark,
it's
you think
kind of
so?
creepy, yeah. I have a really low tolerance though for
Nah, that's not too
out.
bad. No, that's not too bad. I can name probably 100 shows I don't watch.
What's the best thing that you watched, let's say, this year?
I don't know. I can't pick. I see so many shows it's all a blur.
Is that what are your sort of pastimes? Do you find yourself sitting watching TV? Is that one of the go-tos?
Because outside of basketball, I get my work in, I go home. I grab some food, I hang out with my dogs, and watch TV. That's literally how it goes. I'm not a big gamer or nothing like that, so I just watch TV shows.
Who takes care of your dogs when you're on the road?
Oh, I got family that look out for me. I got some family in Jersey and stuff like that.
Okay, nice.
For
So
sure.
who moved out with you when you came to Philly for the first time?
Oh, I was by myself.
Wow.
Yeah, I was by myself.
Okay, what was that like? Was it the first time that you were on your own?
Nah, I was on my own in high school and in college. So high school, I went to like my junior year and my senior year, went to school called IMG in Florida. So it was like a boarding school. You got to take care of your stuff, do your own clothes and all that stuff.
So you learned early.
Yeah.
And then Tennessee.
Tennessee.
What are the big like things you'll remember about your time at Tennessee? Because it was short, but
was.
you probably got a lot out of it. So what were the big things from Tennessee?
I don't know. My college was different. I went during COVID, so everything was like so restricted. It was so weird. Even times we had to practice on FaceTime, like on FaceTime, it would be like 2 or 3 people at a time because a COVID outbreak would hit or something. So we doing sprints on FaceTime with the trainer. Like college was different for me.
But you'd be going into the gym and the trainer wouldn't be there?
No, he'll be on FaceTime. We had to set up the phone, and he has to watch us do our sprints and stuff like that. It was crazy.
I feel like we're sort of just now getting to the point where we can like reflect on COVID and we can all talk about like the weird stuff that was happening. I mean, in my job, I was interviewing all you guys, but only on Zoom. Like I was never seeing anyone. And so like you think back, you're going to tell your children about that one day.
Yeah.
They're going to be like, Dad, you were what? You were being taught on FaceTime?
Yeah, that was crazy.
So how much of a relief was it then when you got into the NBA and were able to sort of work with people in person again?
It was great. I feel like everything started to open back up again. Even my first year, we still had to wear our masks. But once the second year hit, nobody was really wearing our masks on the bench and stuff like that. They kind of started easing up a little bit. So it was kind of like a relief,
You've had some good vets. You've had some sort of like esteemed veterans. I'm thinking about Danny Green and PJ Tucker. Like those guys are kind of going to go down in history as like really great vets, people that stayed in the league for a long time.
Yeah.
Is there anyone I'm missing when I think about like sort of who I see as your vets?
I like DeAndre Jordan.
Nice.
He was
good
cool.
One.
DeAndre Jordan was cool for sure.
So when we talk about, let's say those three, maybe Danny, PJ, DeAndre, what's something you've learned from each of those three that you might want to take with you as your career continues?
Being a professional.
Mm-hmm.
So
No, I'm going to make you do all three of them individually.
Oh, individually? Uh-huh. Oh, man. Tuck. Let's start with Tuck. Tuck, you all see it. Like he just how can I describe Tuck? What would you say about Tuck? Like we all see it. Like he's
a big presence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could say that for sure. He's always there. He's a guy, he'll look out and he tries to teach too. Like even the other guy, even the other vets, he'll talk to them and tell them be here, be there. Like details and stuff. Know where you're supposed to be on the court and the timing and all the little stuff. He's big on that. So I feel like that's pretty good.
I don't know if you remember his first practice last year when we were all in Charleston, South Carolina. And it was the first time that any of you had really worked with him because he was coming off of an injury also. And I remember being so impressed by it was his first day with you guys, and he was not shy. Like, he was pulling guys around. He was pulling people aside.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like that's rather unique among players.
You don't see that too much, so I can definitely take that from him.
Okay, you mentioned DeAndre. What's something you learned from him?
DeAndre, having a good energy. It'll be times where maybe he wasn't on the court or playing and stuff like that, but, he always was positive. He always had fun. He always tried to help out and reach out whenever he can to anybody, even me. He'll see me. He'll come, all right, let's check it out. Let's play one-on-one, like little stuff like that. So I feel like he's definitely a good guy to have in your locker room. Danny
Green, another defensive-minded guard, maybe on or off court. What's something that you're going to think of when you think about learning from him?
So Danny Green, I feel like he got a mixture of both. He got his fun side. He can laugh, he can joke around, have a good time. And then he got his side where he's serious, like teaching here, go here, be there, timing and stuff like that. Just being on the court, know where to be, and know how to get to yourself in good position to get to your spots and stuff like that. So.
All right, a couple last questions. We think about fans that want to get to know Jaden. What's something that you think people should know about you that they don't already know?
I don't know. That's tough. I don't know. I'm pretty simple. I hoop and I just watch TV,
But I feel like a lot of people can relate to that. Think about all the kids that are growing up, and those are the things that they like to do too. We're thinking about Summer League now. We have a little bit of time left. What are some of your goals for the rest of Summer League?
Goals for the rest of Summer League, win the rest of these games. I would definitely want to win the rest of these games. Just being able to keep learning from the coaches, the staff we have around us, and keep getting better and keep improving. That's probably the biggest things for Summer League. I feel like that's what it's about, just being able to showcase your talent and get better. So.
And when you think about the season ahead with the Sixers, what are some of your goals for this third year in the NBA?
Third year, I want to make a jump for sure. Definitely want to make a jump. I feel like I've been building each year I've been in the league. My first year, I built off that. My second year, I built off that. So I feel like I definitely want to make another jump this year.
Is there anything about being in the NBA that you maybe didn't expect that you've learned, or something that, like, expectations versus reality is something that I talk to your teammates about a lot. So when you imagined being in the NBA and what this life would be like, how is it different from what you imagined, or maybe what has lived up to what you were hoping for?
I mean, it's been pretty much what I imagined for the most part. You got the best talent in the world, being able to play against the best guys, playing with some of the best guys. So it's fun. It's like living in your dream since you had as a kid. So be able to make the best out of everything, every opportunity. Every day is a blessing here. So just being able to get better and improve, that's probably the biggest things.
Living in your dreams that you had as a kid.
Yep.
That makes me happy to hear. I'm sure a lot of people are going to love hearing that. Jaden Springer, thank you for sitting down with us today.
Appreciate you.